the Celtics have emerged as a strong frontrunner to sign Kemba Walker once free agency begins next week. Barring an unforeseen change of events here, Kemba Walker is going to leave Charlotte. He's going to head to Boston, where with Kyrie Irving on his way out, Boston is poised now to replace one all-star point guard with a three-time all-star point guard in Kemba Walker, who played his college ball nearby at UConn.
So in a turn of unforeseen events, the Boston Celtics out of nowhere became favorites to sign all-star point guard Kemba Walker, and from the looks of it, according to all the reports I've been seeing, it seems like a done deal. Kemba Walker is gonna be a Boston Celtic. However, while everyone is going crazy about this, I for one am not too pleased actually with the move. Kemba Walker is a great player, and he had a phenomenal season last year, averaging roughly 26 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds, and in a vacuum, he is talented enough to replace Kyrie, or be as good of a replacement you can find in the market. However, despite all of this, I still don't like the move. Why? Well, let's watch this video from ESPN real quick.
Well, you're right, Jay, and this is what Boston is losing right here with Al Horford, Kyrie Irving, and possibly Marcus Morris. And the odd man out would likely be Terry Rozier, who's a restricted free agent. And what we'll do is we'll take Rozier out. That bumps it up to $33 million, and that's where Walker slides in. That's $32 million there. If it's not Walker, then what we'll do is we'll put him out. We'll put Terry Rozier back in.
Mm-hmm. Which he would like.
Which he would like. He's a restricted free agent. And that brings the room back down to 25. So what do you do with $25 million? And there's a lot of different options here. You can split up that money. Maybe one player, Nikola Vucevic. Maybe a player like Brook Lopez. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of needs on this bench. Remember, 4 draft picks they have there. So it's all about depth. Certainly shooting.
So as you can see, in order to sign Kemba Walker, the Celtics would need to use all the cap space they created by losing all of Terry Rozier, Kyrie Irving, Al Horford, and Marcus Morris. On top of that, they created the space by trading Aaron Baines to the Phoenix Suns. All of that in order to give Kemba Walker a presumably 4-year max deal that will leave the Celtics with barely any room to add more pieces on top of Kemba. So the Celtics are now left with a starting lineup of, I'm assuming, Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, and Robert Williams, with Marcus Smart, Daniel Theis, Semi Ojeleye, and the rookies they drafted in Romeo Langford, Grant Williams, and Carson Edwards on the bench. And looking at that roster right there, I just don't get the point of signing Kemba. Like, I'm serious. I thought this was an opportunity for the Celtics to finally be able to do a clean rebuild around their wings and Marcus Smart. But how does Kemba help at all in that process? I'm assuming that he'll be the number 1 option on the team, so how will that really aid in the development of the wings? And contractually, the Celtics will be paying Kemba max money at the age of 33, 34 years old. And as we've seen with guys like Chris Paul, John Wall, and Gordon Hayward, who's on your team, giving these players max level dollars when they're not actually worth max money can be really crippling at the tail end of those contracts if it doesn't work out right. I just don't understand the purpose of signing Kemba Walker. However, as I say that, I do have one scenario in my head that makes sense to me, sort of. And it's a very high-risk scenario that could backfire on Danny Ainge if it doesn't work. And it could backfire big time. So let me explain the scenario. The Celtics might feel like the East is going to be wide open next year. The Bucks might lose a combination of Chris Middleton, Malcolm Brogdon, and or Brook Lopez. The 76ers might lose a combination of Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler. The Raptors might lose Kawhi Leonard. Even if Kyrie and KD do end up going to the Knicks or the Nets, KD will at the very least be sidelined for the 2020 season. So the top 3 teams in the conference will be depleted, and the biggest upcoming threat in the East will be the Pacers, who are getting Victor Oladipo back. So what if the Celtics sign Kemba as a true Kyrie replacement without all the drama, Really do believe that the problem with the team was having too many shot creators, which is why they were okay with letting go of all that talent in order to sign just Kemba Walker, and in a sense are running it back, and this is their way of retooling and improving the roster with a sort of less is more approach. Again, very risky, since even with that approach and lacking any sort of rim protection right now, I would still have them as a second round exit max, and again, they could end up with a very bad contract, and it could end up in Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum walking away from the franchise in the long run because they feel misutilized. But if Ainge has some tricks up in his bag that I just don't see right now, I could be proven wrong as well. But in the grand scheme of things, I still don't like this move, and I would much rather have them use the cap space on smaller signings and really give Jason Tatum a chance to truly lead this team and be their franchise player for the future. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what y'all think about this, but pretty much is a done deal Kemba Walker to the Boston Celtics signing. Is it gonna be a mistake for the Celtics? Is it not? In my opinion, I believe it has a higher chance of being a mistake than it not being a mistake. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.